Hey there! Jumping right into this tutorial, I'm going to go ahead and start with the Mary Kay Foundation Primer. This does have an SPF of 15, so it's perfect for everyday wear right before you head out. I'm going to go ahead and just smooth this all over my face. We are going to start with foundation first, so I just want to make sure I have an even base, filling in any of my problem areas, anywhere that I have large pores, just making it nice and even. And as you can see, super simple, takes away some shine, but not too much. And then going right in with my Mary Kay Timewise matte foundation, I actually use the shade W140. And honestly, it's kind of almost perfect for me. A little on the yellow side, but between my concealer and contour and all of that, it kind of evens out. But this is my favorite shade so far for my skin tone. Just going to evenly apply that all over with the foundation brush. Love this brush so much, you guys. It's so easy to use, also really easy to clean. But I'm just going to buff this all over, starting really in the most center areas of my face, especially my cheeks and my nose. And then whatever is left over, we'll go ahead and take on the forehead. So next I'm going in with two products. First, using the under eye corrector. Obviously you can tell I do have some dark circles and discoloration under my eyes. So I'm going to go ahead and use the corrector with a damp sponge just to blend that in and kind of even out that discoloration. And then after that, I'll go in with my concealer. I'm actually using the shade Deep Beige, and I'm just going to add that underneath my eyes, and then of course to my chin, center of my forehead, all of the normal areas. And of course, the trick here is when you add your concealer underneath, go ahead and pull it back towards your temple if you want more of a lifted look. I do have naturally higher cheekbones, but I do like to add just a little bit of lift to my face. So I do go ahead and bring the concealer back a little bit, and then like I said, hit the chin. Also, don't forget, if you need to, your nose, your cupid's bow, anywhere where you want to add some highlight, right? You want to add some brightness to the face. Go ahead and add those areas. And then I couldn't choose between the two, but I'm actually going to stick with the Silky setting powder in Deep Beige. Oh man, you guys, this has been one of my favorite powders so far. Personally, it actually reminds me of a lighter version of the Laura Mercier powder. So if you are a fan of that, definitely recommend trying this one. It's really good. I actually like it because it's light enough for me to wear every day. So I'm going to go ahead and just add that powder anywhere where I added the concealer. Underneath my eyes, forehead, chin. Also going to go ahead and set my eyelids with that as well, just so I can avoid some creasing. And then I'm going to take a large powder brush and just brush all of the excess away. And then of course I'm going to go ahead and set what I've done so far with a little bit of setting spray just to make sure we are good to go. And I'm going to fan that just a tad bit. And then of course if there's any leftover setting spray, go ahead and blend that in with your damp sponge, the part obviously that does not have powder on it. And then I'm going to go ahead and set my brows. I did do my brows before I started filming this, so I will hopefully film a updated brow tutorial soon. But moving right along, I'm going to go ahead and pick up Cocoa Contour. I'm just going to add that to my cheekbones, my jawline, and a little on my forehead, just to add some definition to the face. Not too much, because like I said, this is my everyday spring look, right? So I want it to be pretty simple. But I am going to go ahead and add just a tad bit to my nose, just doing, I mean, it's kind of contouring, not really. I don't try to be too heavy with it, just anywhere where I want to add a little bit of depth. And then I'm going to go ahead and pick up the blushes in Rogue Rose and Juicy Peach. Two of my favorites, perfect for spring. I do take it up to my temple just a little bit. Again, everything you see online, use what works for you. If it doesn't, move right along. I'm gonna add a little bit to the bridge of my nose so I have that sun-kissed look. And then going right into the eyes, I'm gonna pick up biscotti, and I'm gonna use that underneath my brow bone as a highlight. Normally this is my shade that I go to, but it's just easy, it's simple, and if you want something that you can do every day, I definitely recommend highlighting your brow bone. As you can see, it just adds a little bit of lift to the face, and you really don't have to do anything else. But I'll normally go in, like I am right now, with the shade Hazelnut, just to add a little bit of depth to my eyelid. As you can see, between just the brow bone highlight, you already have that kind of carved out shape. But I did want to add a nice simple taupe shade to it. And then picking up a little bit of mahogany, I'm going to add that to just the outer corners just to give, again, a little more depth to the eye, but just not too much because it is every day. And just remember, as you guys are building this up, build it up as much or as little as you want. I made mine semi-smoky, not too intense, still perfect for every day, but you do what you gotta do. Next, gonna take a brown eyeliner. I'm just gonna literally just smudge this all over my lash line because we're gonna smudge this out later anyway, so it does not have to be perfect at all. And yeah, also accidentally broke it. So don't mind me. I'm gonna go ahead and pick up some darker brown shades and a little bit of black just to go ahead and smoke that out. Normally you could do this with like a black eyeliner, but during the day I like to keep it pretty simple unless I'm using black for a wing liner. So I'm using brown, you do you, but it's really such an easy look to do. Just take some liner, smudge it out with a lighter shade, and you're good to go. Alright, so next, I'm going to go ahead and take just a little bit more of that hazelnut. I felt like I made my lash line a little too smoky, so I'm going to go ahead and just pick it up to lighten out my lid. And then moving right along after that, we're going to focus on the bottom lash line. So I am going to take a smaller blending brush just to make sure that I don't go overboard. And I'm going to pick up, again, hazelnut, put some on the bottom lash line just to add a little bit of color down there so it's not super bare. And then I'm going to take my two favorite mascaras. This is the Lash Love and the Lash Love Fanorama. Don't worry about that. Literally just going to add that to both. And then we're moving on to the lips. So I'm going to go ahead and prime my lips using the lip primer. And then I'm going to take Rose lip liner. This has been one of my favorites that I think has been super underrated for me that I haven't used. But this year I picked it up and I think it's beautiful. It's a gorgeous light pink. And I'm just going to line my lips as normal. I'm not going to overline or do anything crazy. Blend that in just a tad. And then next picking up two favorites as well. Using first the Better Than Nude Hydrating Lipstick. Just going to add that on top. As you see, it matches really whatever lip liner you give it. Such a beautiful shade. I'm going to go ahead and blend that in. Could be used by itself and it could stay just like this, but I'm going to add a gloss just because it is spring. I want to feel a little more floral, and that's it, you guys. The look is so simple. This is what I've been wearing most days. I hope you guys enjoy. Also, for those who wear glasses, I got you. The lash line looks perfect for glasses. So I hope you enjoy, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.